Hey everyone, welcome back to the Basically Sisters podcast. I'm Natalia.
I'm Ashley. Happy Monday. We're back with that. We're back with
that. We know we've been gone for 2 weeks. I know. It's been a very hectic 2 weeks.
Life be lifing, y'all.
Yeah, a lot going on. In the weeks, I feel like, because we've said this before, when you record a podcast, you can really tell how fast the weeks go by.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like a week went by, we're like, oh shoot, like we have no time to record. Another week will go by. So, but yeah, we're back here with a really good episode. Should we give them a preview of what we're going to talk about before we jump into how we're doing?
Y'all want a preview?
All right, we'll give you a quick preview. Actually, Happy Women's History Month. So in honor of Women's History Month, also Happy International Women's Day. I feel like by the time this drops, I think it's the 8th next week. Whatever it is, Happy International
We'll say it's
Women's
every day this month.
It's every day this month. Facts. Treat the woman in your life with some extra love.
I'm expecting flowers and chocolate.
Yeah.
By my doorstep.
I'm just expecting
I'm playing
some
now.
respect.
Ooh, not.
Sorry.
Oh, they're dropping bars. Okay.
I'm kidding.
Hey,
no,
that
but it's
Kevin
true.
Hart meme?
Okay. No, but we hope you honor all the women in your lives this month. But yeah, in honor of Women's History Month, we're going to be doing kind of like an episode related to like being a woman, the struggles of being a woman, celebrating women, etc. So just to briefly go over what we're going to do today, we're going to be talking a little bit about like a woman. We'll just give a quick snippet of like women's worth, with how it's correlated with, well, how society correlates it with relationships, and how like we feel about that. And yeah, so that's just a quick snippet. But yeah, we just finished Black History Month. How was Black History Month for you?
First of all, I don't appreciate them giving us the shortest month of the year. And
Yeah, I don't
that's
know why they did
obvious. Like that.
Yeah, I don't know
They
why
could
they
have given
chose-
us a different month.
Yeah.
They could have given us June with Juneteenth.
Yeah, why'd they choose February? Is there anything like historic February?
President's Day.
Okay.
Yeah. Talking to you, America. But anyway, yeah, my Black History Month was good. I did my first event for my business, and it was like a Black History Month expo thing. So it's a lot of Black-owned businesses. So that was a good time. I had a blast. Natalia came. You know, she copped some candles. You know, one thing we gonna do, we gonna get some candles.
We're gonna get a candle, yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool. That was like towards the end of the month, so that really like made it like, okay, yeah, this is actually kind of fire.
Yeah.
So I had a great time.
I'm glad you did that.
Supported other Black-owned businesses, made a lot of connections and stuff. So
Nice.
yeah, it was good. Black History Month was pretty good. I'll take that as a win for me.
Nice.
And honestly, I was on Twitter the other day, and they were like, Black History Month was kind of quiet this year, and
I saw that, and I was thinking the same thing, low-key,
because usually
more, at least more allies, I feel like, are posting more, doing more. I didn't feel like it was
that businesses.
Yeah, I didn't
even like try this.
I was like, I didn't see much, which I kind of felt the same during Hispanic Heritage Month this year. Like, I didn't really feel like there was nobody knew about it except for like the specific community, like the Hispanic community, which is like. Nah, I feel like the point of these months
funky Hispanic Heritage Month, because it's like half of one. It's half of like September, half of October.
Yeah, which is.
Is there a reason behind that?
I think it's just to cover most of the Independence Days of Latin America.
Okay, that
but
makes sense.
Still, yeah. I mean, the point of these months, I feel like, is to celebrate those groups. It shouldn't just be, obviously that group should be celebrating, but it's for other people to learn.
Exactly.
Same with like obviously Women's History Month. So
I got basically 2 back-to-back months, low key. Yeah. Black History Month, Women's History. So what you want to do? What you want to do is you want to support a Black-owned, woman-owned business.
The candles.
We got a lot of stuff coming out. Women's History Month. So yeah. I'm gonna just say that. Follow the Instagram.
Have Instagram.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, Black History Month is cool.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your Black History Month?
I'm weak.
Well, really, your birthday month.
February was a crazy month. But yeah, no, it was a really good month. I think the last time, my last was my birthday episode, right? So that was like right that was kind of like my birthday weekend, but the following weekend, Ash came along with our 2 other really good high school friends, Marissa and Alicia. It was a really lit weekend. That was a fun weekend.
That was fun. I had such a good time.
It was really short, low key, but it was like we said in that last episode, you can never go wrong with a girls' weekend.
Exactly.
It was. We laughed so much that weekend.
That's just how we are, though.
Yeah,
Every time we link up, we could link up. Because, like, when we went to Vermont, we were only there for 48 hours.
Literally,
but
not
I
even.
was weak.
We were crying. We were laughing.
I'm going to post a picture of that damn... the damn violent cabinet.
No, literally. Anyways, yeah, so it was a really good time. And then I did a few other things in between my birthday, celebrating with like some other friends. So yeah, I had a really good, I think I brought in 25, feel like on a really good start. And last week, obviously, like we couldn't record because there was like some personal things I was dealing with that there was just no time to record. So we're here now with an episode. And we have a lot of content coming out, so don't worry. Yeah. March is also, well, we were just talking about it. The end of March is really busy for us, but we're still going to produce content.
We're trying, y'all. We new to this, but we true to this. But we're not even really new to this anymore because it's like a year. But when you think about it, like think of a 1-year-old baby.
Yeah, it's new.
Think of us as babies.
I think the new part is us recording in person because for those of you guys who are only listening, which is majority of people.
I know.
Majority of people only listen.
But y'all, come on over to the YouTube side. Welcome to the dark side.
But we're recording in person today, and yeah, I really love recording in person.
Me too.
I wish we could do it more often,
but soon to come. We'll work it out.
But we're trying to, put this content out. But yeah, anyways, with that, I've been pretty good. Life, like you said, has been lifing. I'm excited because what is it? Jump forward, whatever the heck.
Oh, daylight savings.
Oh,
jump forward.
I don't know what the frig it's called. I forgot I said anything. That's on March 12th.
I know it's coming up.
I think.
Well, they said that
because
this week is last week was the last week where sunset is going to be before 5.
That's still depressing. That's before 5.
Yeah, but now it's going to be after.
And then after March something, it's probably going to be like 6:30.
Yeah, thank God. We be fine.
We need sun, but I feel like I'm not even going to complain. We've said it. This winter has not been that bad.
Yeah, this winter
I feel like I've had way worse winters. At least I could walk outside for most of this winter. Like some of these winters, you're cooped up. You can't do anything.
Literally cooped up.
So, yeah. But with that,
but that's another topic as to why we're able to do that. Climate change. But
jeez, yeah, we're not even
going to start with that.
It's like we're not even thinking about the negative.
We're not going to do negatives today.
But anyways, do you have any other updates with the people?
No. Let's light this candle.
And then cheers with our waters.
This is an OG candle. Y'all can't. It's exclusive.
It's exclusive now. Well, maybe it'll come back.
Well, it'll come back in the fall. It's a fall scent. Melodramatic.
My mother. Shout out to Maria. She be perfectly poured. It's like number one.
Facts. She be on me. Where's it? New Sense?
New Sense.
Sale.
She even gives the jars back.
Facts. She do be giving the jars, and they're just on my table. Like I'm like. What am I? I'm gonna use them as like tester jars, maybe. It's a long story. But yeah, we're gonna light up.
Yeah,
a candle.
Is it lighting?
Yeah,
it is. All right, cool. Ooh, jeez. All right, we got a little candle. We're just finishing it off.
We got some vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, you could always shop perfectlypoured.co. I'm working on a lot of things. That's also another reason why we couldn't record. So I was trying to work on that event. And then I'm trying to work on some other new stuff that I have in my head. And it takes a lot of brain power.
Yeah.
And it's just me. It's a one-woman production. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
But we're here. All right. Cheers to the episode. Cheers to Women's History Month.
I'm not drinking until Memorial Day weekend.
This is water.
I'm taking that.
I had a glass of wine last night.
I'm going to have a glass of wine tonight, but after that, I'm done. I'm serious, too.
Okay. With that.
Who's with me? No.
Dry March. No, I'm kidding.
No, literally, dry March.
Okay, so first thing, I think we should talk about it. We're just going to do a little pop culture review.
Just a little just
a
a
little
little
snippet. Give you guys a preview.
Because what we've been observing on the net.
I think what everyone's been observing.
The
Men,
worldwide
woman,
net. Yeah, facts.
non-binary. Doesn't matter your gender, where you're from, who you are, age group. Even my parents knew.
I don't know. My mom probably.
My mom's like, what is this? But anyways, we're talking about the Selena Gomez, Hailey Bieber drama, which I don't even want to. I hope this comes to an end because I don't want to bring this into Women's History Month.
Facts.
Low key, like I'm only bringing it up because it just happened. But like, trust me, this is not. We're just giving our 2 cents on this, but this is not the theme for Women's History Month.
This is not the theme.
But I do have like a hot take on it, anyways.
Ooh.
But I'll bring it up after. Let's get your first reviews.
What are my first reviews? I don't know. I think the first issue is I went on a deep dive on TikTok.
I think everyone did it no matter what. Because if you saw one, there was a day where like every other TikTok was like the Selena Hailey thing. I was like, okay.
And it was just a little frightening.
That's what, yeah.
It was a little frightening, and yeah, I was like, whoa.
I didn't know any of that. Like
I didn't know any of that.
I heard something before, like, oh, she copies her, but I'm like, okay, I didn't really ever. To be fair, never had anything against, like, Hailey and Justin.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't.
When they got married, I was not like I wasn't a big fan of him. Like I always support him, but I feel like I was older, so I wasn't really following what he was doing.
Yeah.
She just got married. I was like, okay, I don't really know what to say about that, and I never even looked into. I was like, good for them, I guess. But now now that all this stuff is coming out, it's kind of like
and like how she basically like tries to be her.
Yeah, because he's always gonna love her. It was like weird, but then they're saying the marriage is like arranged or something. And there's a lot of... You can go on a TikTok deep dive if you want all the details.
You can probably go on YouTube if YouTube's your jam.
Well, okay. That's what I wanted to bring up quickly on YouTube. So, you've seen, like, how they call her, like, a fan. Like, he married a fan or whatever. But, like, apparently, like, 3 years ago, this YouTube video went viral about how, like, this one girl used to have, like, Justin Bieber fan account. And Hailey would reach out to her to, like, ask where Justin's gonna be. Like, the hotel... Yeah. Like, she had, like, proof of, like, messages and stuff. Yeah, on like all this stuff, on like asking like, oh, where's he gonna be? Like she was also a fan. So the title of like the YouTube video was like, Justin married like his #1 fan or like his stalker or something. And I was like, oh my god, like it's just funny how all this is resurfacing. And like obviously we don't really know. Like we always judge people. Like we're putting together
the amount of proof I've seen that's come out. It's like. Okay, somebody telling the truth.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's getting to a point where it's like, okay, you know what I mean?
It's more like scary. Like, why is she like that?
I don't know. Yeah, and it's just weird that like, I mean, they've been dragging her on TikTok, which I do kind of feel bad on that sense that she's really getting like, and we don't even. No one even really knows if like how it started was like they dropped that TikTok with like Kendall and who else was in it? Kylie.
I don't even remember who was in it.
I didn't even see the TikTok.
Yeah, me neither.
But they were basically
throwing like, shade. Right?
They said it was throwing shade at Selena, like and I was like, okay, which I wouldn't be surprised if they were, but we don't really know. It's not confirmed. Exactly. But yeah, there's a lot of like, I don't know.
I mean, shoot. There was like, so basically, if I started, I could have been the one to marry.
That's what everyone was saying. So we all had a chance.
We all had a chance.
No, they were saying that it was only money and power that gave her the ability to like, which is true because her dad is famous. I didn't even really know who she was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What was her? What's her original Baldwin? I think.
Yeah, Hailey Baldwin.
Yeah. But yeah, so just quick, some of these like memes or like these like edits they're doing are just. But there was like edits like before of how like he doesn't even like her. Yeah. Like they would like pull up all this stuff. Like so people have kind of known. Yeah. That like okay. But there is this edit. So, like, you know the song, like, Maria? Yeah. So, we'll give you, like, a quick little backstory. So, back in, like, if you were a real Justin fan, you would know. Yeah, facts. But a lot of people might not be. So, back when, like, Justin Bieber was going through, like, his really big phase. This was, like, what, 2015, maybe? Yeah. 2014, 2015. Yeah. Some girl came out and, like, was claiming that she had Justin's baby. Obviously, that happens all the time now. But this was, like... right when social media was kind of getting big. And so it was like really big. Everyone's like, oh my gosh. And like, so he created a diss track, fire diss track. Go give it a listen. We'll put it in the Put You On segment.
Yeah. Let's just say he snapped.
He did. He knew what he was doing. He
rent
said
was due.
the mortgage was due.
The mortgage on the mansion was due, and he said, "Hey, drop that beat.
It was
Producer, drop that beat."
No, literally to this day, like we listened to this a few months back because we were like me, Ash, and like our friend Marissa, like we were all pretty big Justin fans when we were younger, and we were like, let's listen to his music, and we're like, y'all remember that one song we listened to? We're all in the car bumping.
We
were like
grown 24-year-old woman bumping.
And I wasn't even
to
mad.
J
I was like,
Beebs.
it's a fire song. Go give it a listen.
He has
honestly,
bops.
He
So
does.
like to this
He
day,
does.
I will stand on that. But I don't know, yo.
that song Marie, I was like,
Now I don't.
he really
That-
said,
now
put
that's
me
a-
in the studio.
that's a-
Put me in
yeah.
the studio.
He said, "Drop the track. Drop the track." I got something.
I got something.
He had his iPhone
he
3 out and ready. Okay,
Oh God, that was so good.
that's a great
That
song.
song is a great song. But anyway, so basically like the song was saying like how like you're a fan, like you wish like you had like you wish I even interacted with you, blah blah blah, whatever. So people made like on TikTok they made an edit with that song and then added like Haley and like all of like the evidence because there's video. That's the thing about this generation is people will pull up receipts, videos, everything past 2013, 14.
That's why I'm like, if I ever get famous, child,
They're pulling up everything.
They're pulling up
They're
everything.
literally like they're so. I'm like everyone in the comments is like, where are people finding this stuff?
literally,
Like,
no. I feel like people have
Vines,
been like sitting on this and just waiting for their moment.
waiting for the moment because there's like these like they were ready like this.
Yeah,
There was
exactly.
like Vines. There was like paparazzi videos that like I've never seen in my life before. Pictures. I'm like, what? And it was like pulling up like. It was like Selena and Justin and like her kind of in the background like watching them
Yeah.
or something, and then there was like a picture of her with like holding the like what was those like teen calendar like magazines.
Oh, like the. Oh yeah.
Like one of those popular would show the pop, and it was like them on the front. Like there was like a bunch of stuff. It was like pulling up all these things. In the background was like the song. Oh my god! It was just like everyone's like this song just fits a little too perfectly with
Yeah.
this. But yeah, that's kind of my. Should I say my? You want to know my hot take?
I want to know
This
the
is my
hot take. I've been waiting for the hot take.
I don't. Kardashians, y'all know, we know. Actually, go. I can't believe we're talking about the Kardashians again on a Women's History Month.
Oh my God, yes.
Go back to a year ago. We did an episode talking about Kardashians.
And it was literally called Really Kim
Really
during
Kim?
Women's History.
No, literally. But like this is just too ironic. That's the comment.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right.
But yeah, I don't really like. I think both of us don't really vibe with the Kardashians. Like, it's not like any hate towards them. I just don't see like
And I
where
used
they
to,
get.
I used to not mind them like back
But
in
they
the
got
day.
progressively worse. Like with
Yeah,
all
I
the stuff.
just
Yeah, we'll go to that episode. And
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll cover that.
You'll hear our
You'll
thoughts.
hear our thoughts. But yeah. So basically like when that whole TikTok, like I never even really liked the Kardashians. I had nothing against like Hailey, really. Like I
Yeah.
didn't really know her enough to like I didn't really care, I guess
Yeah.
was the thing. So this is kind of like my unbiased opinion. But then when like everything kind of showed how she shades Selena and like I feel like I really like Selena, and I feel like most people do because she's not problematic
At all.
And like to her level, the amount of years she's been in the industry and the power she has to not be problematic is like very commendable. I feel because a lot of people have not made it to where she is to like not
Exactly.
be like she has a really successful makeup brand that's like she like with like the purpose is to like be accessible to like everybody. You know what I mean? And she's like really cares about like mental health and like all these really great organizations. And she's just talented.
Yeah.
Like she can sing, dance, act. Like
Wizards of
Wizards?
Waverly Place.
so
Be
I
for
just
real.
think like I really obviously like maybe I'm more biased towards her. And like I'm not like taking a side, but I could see like what they did was shady. Like
Yeah.
especially since she has lupus. She has a whole like
Yeah.
that's a very like
Yeah.
that's a medical condition can be very like degrading to one's body. Like and
Yeah.
the fact that she's still doing all these things while she has that, like really props to her. But my hot take more is that like it's annoying how they kind of put these two women against each other when it really came back to Justin. And I'm a whole Justin stan, love his music, whatever. But I feel like he was probably the one it was really his fault. He's a toxic one in this scenario because like I think the whole thing was that he was before Hailey and him got married, like 2 months before they were celebrating Valentine's Day with Selena. But like that's like on him.
Yeah.
That's shady on his part.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
crazy.
Like, and the fact that they're I hate when it's like woman against woman. And they kind of just ignore like the guy. They're like, oh, Justin's silent, whatever. Like he doesn't want to get involved. But I'm like,
but also she doesn't need to shade her. Like
she doesn't. No, I completely agree. This
you know
isn't
what I'm
like
saying?
defending her, but
yeah. So I think it's probably like 70-30 blame. You know, like 70 because like you're going out of your way to shade her.
Right. There's
and 30
no need.
Justin because it's like, all right.
Well, it's like, what is he doing? Like, come get your girl.
Yeah.
Like how we say, get your
man.
Get your girl. Like. What insecurity is causing you to go against Selena? Clearly, there's something, but
yeah, I don't know. I still ship it.
Jolene, they were cute, but they were definitely toxic for them to be.
I'd say,
but
still ship it though.
Yeah,
damn,
I don't
that
know.
Was an era.
Honestly. That was an era. They dated for 8 years. Like when all this is coming out, I didn't realize.
Damn.
Yeah. They were cute. I do agree, and I don't really.
But I don't idolize relationships like that.
No, me either.
You know,
and I honestly like as much as I thought they were cute together. I think Selena can do a lot better than just like no shade to Justin, but like
or at least at that time.
Even now,
like,
though,
maybe now he might be better. He's found God.
I don't mind him. I'm just like, why is your wife doing this?
Facts. Like that's your wife now. This isn't your girlfriend.
This isn't your girlfriend. Like
this is your wife.
So, like what is Selena? Selena didn't do anything.
Selena's literally doing
vibing.
A get ready with me.
Yeah.
On TikTok, just vibing.
And then the Kylie and Kendall.
Well, they like to, they want to insert themselves in any attention that they could get, good or bad. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're
the same ones. So all publicity is good publicity, even if it's actually bad. So
yeah, I don't know, honestly.
And then Justine Skye, girl, during Black History Month. Girl, get out of there. What are you doing?
That's everyone was saying. We're like, what? Just leave the situation.
Just moonwalk out of that.
Well, did you see like all the people like who were friends with Kylie like were basically taking like Jordan Woods posted thing with all the rare beauty and like I don't know.
She's like putting on her lip liner.
Yeah, love this
She's
color.
Like, yeah.
Yo, I love Jordan. Jordan Woods.
She be killing
love
me.
This color.
Yeah.
So I was like,
if you guys wanted to know, like no one asked.
Wait,
it's rare beauty.
It's rare. What was I gonna say? Was you know Pia Mia?
Yeah.
Like they used to also be friends back in like a long time ago. Yeah. But they're obviously like not friends anymore. And she posted like a get ready with me, like using all rare beauty and playing Selena's song. And everyone in the comments was like, "Yep, you don't even need to say no word. We understand."
Crying. Facts. No words. Just the music and the products.
Yeah.
We know what team you're on. Which.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like though how like people are getting called out for like mean girl like bully behavior though, because I feel like this used to happen a lot and they weren't getting called out for it. Or it happens in the industry in general.
Yeah, it is true. I just wish she would just say something, but
everyone's like if I were Selena, I would just post this one photo or this one interview or like
like this one picture of her like holding my thing or whatever.
No, or there's this one video like it was like someone, it was clearly like Justin like rented out like a restaurant for them and like someone took a very sneaky video from the like behind and he was singing like a John like Legend song to her. And I remember when that came out, everyone's like, oh my god, like I wish
I'm done.
But like everyone was like, she just needs to post this because I know he's never done this for him.
Damn. Yeah.
I don't know.
It be getting messy. But
you can't give it to this generation because social media was going like crazy.
Yeah, facts. I'm just like, I don't understand how they had so many receipts, bro.
That's what I'm saying. People
like ready, like snipped and everything, like the specific moment.
Literally, I was certain like, where people, I'm like,
my favorite ones are the one with the paparazzi. Where it's like they're not there for you, Hailey Bieber. Like they're there for Justin. Like she'll walk out of the car, paparazzi don't even like acknowledge them, and then like taking pictures of Justin. And then like versus when Selena and Justin were together, like it was when like, Selena got out, like they were taking pictures of her. Yeah, they were taking pictures of Justin
because they were both on like the same level.
Exactly.
Honestly, yeah, I don't freaking know. Anyways,
ciao.
We'll leave then. We just had to give our 2 cents.
Yeah, y'all tell us what y'all think.
What team are you?
Yeah,
I feel like everyone's team Selena anyways.
Yeah.
It's the hard whole not situation. To be. I'm just like, I hope she learned her lesson just to literally say.
Yeah, this is not this is not the generation.
No. You know what else I saw was like someone was like, why is she shading Selena? Like, girl, you won. Like, you won the whole you married literally. The guy. Like, what is the point of bringing up the ex? Like,
well, maybe he like brings her up or something. I don't know. Maybe
he definitely there's some insecurity in that relationship for her to be like, because if she was secure, she probably wouldn't have.
Exactly. He's probably said something before.
I don't know.
That made her like think like, oh, I gotta be like her, or that's just what it might be a combo of that and her own.
Friends need to get her. Well, clearly friends
get
are
your
involved.
mans. Get your man.
Wait, you know what I don't like? Sorry, last thing I'll say on this is how the one topic of like how everyone has their Selena, like the person they'll never get over. Like that's also a toxic mentality. That is so toxic.
People need to put the mics down.
Everyone's had their Selena. I'm like,
the one that got
guys
away.
Are coming out. They're like, I think all the guys can relate. We all have that Selena. I'm like,
yeah, and you're in a
relationship. Yeah,
you messed it up.
No, but the fact that they're still thinking, they're like, oh, I'm in a relationship, but I still have that. Like, what? That's not normalized.
Men are the weakest link, bro.
But people in general, I'm not even saying just guys, but girls are like, we all have that one ex. Like, let's not normalize getting back with it.
Come on now.
That's not the lesson we need to take.
That's not the lesson from this.
Y'all are here, we're here.
Yeah, they're trying to make it like toxic. Like, no, I don't think that's where they were trying to go with this.
And why do you think they're not getting back together? Clearly. Yo, people are like, we all have that one ex. I'm like, stop,
yeah,
please stop. Like that's not no. Anyways, all right. Any other things on that? No. I just bring that up quick.
Just one more thing. These little Kevin Hart memes are having me done.
No, wait. Did you see the one where it was like Kevin Hart's like, I had to look up myself today while I was trending.
Yeah. Yo,
oh my god,
those memes have been killing me.
No, he's hilarious. His memes are like, I think it's funnier than his actual comedy show. Like,
yeah, like I've been dying because I'm like, I'm gonna take these now, like, and apply them. Like these pictures are perfect for every scenario.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, that's about it.
Anyways.
I don't think anything else has happened.
Yeah, nothing else. That was like basically took over my whole.
There's one thing that happened.
What?
We're gonna die. Basically, Chris Brown's doing his tour in Europe.
Was it the one where the girl didn't know the lyrics?
No. There was this girl that was called, like he called a girl on stage, which he does it for the Take You Down portion, obviously. But she got called on stage and was on her phone the whole time.
That's the one I'm talking about, though. I think it's because she didn't know the lyrics and she was looking up the lyrics or something.
No, she was like looking at herself in the camera.
Oh.
And he took the phone and chucked that. He pulled a Bad
Everyone's
Bunny.
on their Bad Bunny.
He pulled a Benito. But baby, you're not Benito.
Wait, going about the phone thing, though, about Bad Bunny. So he went to a basketball game the other day and like, he's obviously like walking out like laughing. People were like this, and like he like fake kind of grabbed the phone. I was done.
Yeah,
I was like,
he needs to chill.
Hilarious. he's like,
gotcha.
Gotcha. I was like, if I were him, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah, I would do too. But yeah, Chris Brown pulled a little Benito. Which I get it because there's so many people that would love to be. I saw.
Why would you be on your phone if you're on stage?
Well, have you ever seen the Take You Down music video?
No.
I'm sure. Okay.
Oh, maybe.
Well, I'm a Chris Brown fan. Whatever. Problematic. Whatever. It is what it is. But back then,
for the music.
Yeah. I'm separating.
For the music. For the let's
person
relax.
from the...
people are going to cut that, like you said, 10 years later.
Yeah, chop it up.
Yeah.
I support... No. Anyway.
I'm not, but Ashley is.
Okay.
This is where we differ.
Girl, bye. When we met, I was a Chris Brown fan. This is nothing new, babe.
Yeah, I know. It's not, yeah.
But when that song came out, it was like, oh, wait. This was prior to any conflicts in his career and things of that nature. So it was okay back then. But the Take You Down music video, it's like basically this whole dance that he's doing like on a rotating like pad. Like it's like it's from his concert back then.
Oh, okay.
And everyone was like, everyone's up there just sitting in the chair. If I was up there, I'd be doing the whole dance. And it's like he like does like what was that one challenge? Like the Grind on Me challenge.
Yeah, I know you're talking
about.
Like
that, like that, like hardcore dance move.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a fact. Like I know the whole dance routine. Like if Chris Brown called me up there, I'm doing the dance with him. I'm not sitting in the chair.
Well, why would she be on her phone? I'm cracking up that he chucked the phone.
He chucked
Everyone's
that.
on their Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny gave them the okay. He's like, I'm still here. So.
But he of all people, he's already
already on his last.
Yeah.
Yeah. He needs to relax. He's not that power at
But
all.
I love how TikTok brought me back to like a different video of her getting the phone back at the concert. Like some random girl that caught it.
Giving the girl her POV, you caught the phone.
I'm like, why is this like full circle moment? I love when TikTok does
when
that.
it brings you like the 2 point of view. That's
I'm
hilarious.
Like, all right.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, child.
All right,
enough about the phone throwing, the Selena, Hailey Bieber.
Jeez, we have a lot we're covering. So yeah, anyways, we'll bring it back to Women's History Month. That was just a quick pop culture. That's not Women History Month. We just had to bring it up. But yeah, anyways, again, happy Women's History Month. Happy International Women's Day. Woman-owned podcast here. Yeah. So anyways, the topic we're talking about today, and the reason why I want to bring it up is because I feel like I've seen a lot of I've been seeing it for like a few months now. I feel like I brought this up too. I wanted to do a topic on this, is like how obviously we've talked about like how we're single, whatever.
By choice.
But I'm saying like how basically like society kind of defines women's worth on like relationships, and like I just wanted to kind of talk about like the history of kind of where it came from, and like how it's still kind of prevalent in our society, and like how it makes us feel, and like so that's kind of the topic. So I kind of just want to jump into first, should we talk about the history of marriage quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, obviously I already knew marriage was problematic.
I remember hearing about, which I'm pretty sure it was my brother that told me, which of course he likes to bring the problematic stuff to me. But I remember it being like weird, but I don't remember it to the point where
the whole marriage traditions are like weird. At least here in the US.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they're in general in other countries it's pretty similar, but like I mean like the whole walking, like the father walking, I mean there's obviously like, I think we look at them in different contexts, obviously, but like where they originated from, like if you really deep dive. Anyways, all right, so the article I'm reading, I'm gonna obviously leave everything linked below, we're excited, but it's called
MLA or ALA. Or Harvard. Is that one?
No, Harvard. Oh, I think Harvard is one. Freaking no, honestly. So it's called The Evolution of Women and Marriage Timeline. So it starts in the 1920s. So the 19th Amendment was given in 1919 was the first time like where women could vote. And they actually had like a voice like in government and in the future. So I think this is where like marriage kind of started to shift. So I'm not going to go before this, because obviously there's like, we all know what marriage was before. Like you kind of had to get married to like own anything or like be a part of anything, have finances, whatever. So at this point in 1919, divorce was really rare. Like no one was getting divorced because there was a need to be like, you need to show proof of abuse, neglect, or adultery before permission was granted.
Which, how are you proving adultery back in the day?
Especially back then. Like now it's even now it's even hard to prove. Like if you think about all these people that go to court for like abuse, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't imagine back then. So it was
like,
it was
they
rare.
don't like, what do they do? Like write it down?
I don't know. That's
like the date and time.
And you think people were listening to women back then? That's the sad part. Yeah.
Sure.
So the amendment gave women a tool to change it. So now that women can vote, obviously like this is where it kind of started to change for divorce. So the 1930s Great Depression, jobs were scarce, people were focusing on finding food to survive, so not many people divorced because they couldn't like obviously afford it financially. Makes sense, I guess. That's I feel like the big thing leading to divorce now is finances anyways. Okay, then it was the 1940s, World War II. So Roy's the Riveter. Oh, was this like the one lady on like that's really popular on like that? Okay.
Yeah, like with the yellow background, the bandana, Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah, Rosie the Riveter. Okay. Showed that women.
But that's when women started, when they had World War II, that's when women were able to actually work.
Right.
Actual jobs because they needed. I hate this country sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we really need the country to keep going. So put the woman in the mechanics. Like, all right. What if she just wanted to do that prior?
Yeah, literally.
It's not just because we're in a war. Well, I mean, basically, women carried the country during.
Yeah, exactly.
During World War
That's
II.
what this is going to touch on. So basically, what is it? Rosie the Riveter? Is that how you say it? Showed that women could have a job, still be feminine. And then World War II gave women an opportunity to show that they were just as capable as men, because obviously they were able to work, basically because society kind of forced them, even though they could have before. But yeah. So they're saying World War II was like the Great Reset button that pulled America out of the Great Depression. The war effort demanded more labor and open doors for women. So this is where it started to change. So during the war, women still had mostly supportive roles as nurses, did clerical work? Like secretary type stuff? Okay. Women who wanted to see actual combat, like waves or WACs, were better educated and more skilled than the average enlisted man. Oh, interesting. Even so, they were prohibited from supervising male workers, even in desk jobs, and paid less. All right. I'm not seeing many trends change, though. I'm kidding.
But we're not. We are, but we're not. There's some truth there.
There was marriage. Okay, there was a marriage boom as people finally got out of the Great Depression, had enough money to marry. The boom peaked in 1946, but then divorce also were at a record high. Women have tasted freedom and did not want to give it back after the war.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Listen, I'm not. I put a whole goddamn gun together.
Yeah,
a couple
we have
years
the
ago.
country on our back.
Yeah, like, you think I want to stay with you? Okay, yeah. All right, see ya.
I'm weak. Okay, the 1950s. So the post-World War II era had a regression in women's independence. Rigid gender roles were enforced. Women were to stay at home. Stay-home moms, and men were the sole breadwinners. Psychiatric psychologists were criticizing women who wanted to pursue a career, using quotes such as "they're unlovely women," "they're lost," "they're ridden with guilt complexes," or "they're quote-unquote man-hating."
Man-hating. I'm going to write that one down.
They really got creative with that
I was
one.
just about to say. I think that creative gene got lost in the war or something. Man-hating. Am I a man-hater?
Yeah.
You're being a man-hater right now. How about that?
Hey, this is history. We're just saying the facts, honestly.
The facts, quote unquote.
Yeah, this is what they were saying.
Hey, we're citing our sources.
Our sources. So the ideal woman of the 1950s was an unachievable dream, I guess. So some jobs were open only to unmarried women. Okay. And others fired workers when they became pregnant. In all cases, men's wages were higher because they were used to support the family. Women's wages were lower because they were supposed to just be supplementary. Okay, that's fine. They were tied to their families because jobs did not pay enough for them to support themselves. Anyways,
that's all I gotta say.
I'll keep going. But even with society's constraints, working women became the norm. Middle-class families could not support the lifestyles they wanted on one person's wage. Women working became normalized, and despite the wage gap, they weren't 100% reliant on their husbands. This era was empowering because women saw that they had worth and could produce for themselves. This was in the 1950s, by the way. So this is really only like 60. You ever think about that? That was only 60 years ago.
When I think about that, I think about, like Martin Luther King,
exactly.
Malcolm X. Another thing random. This kind of goes into Black History Month, but this is Women's History Month too.
Yeah, it's intersectional.
It's like when you look at pictures from these times, specifically like during Black, like the revolution and stuff, like the movement and stuff, they have all these, it's all black and white, like in the textbooks, and they do that so that it makes it seem like it was so far away, when in reality, like all those pictures were taken in color, right? Like they go back and change because mentally, when you see a black and white picture, you think it's like, oh my god, it's so long ago, when in reality that was in the 70s,
right? Well, because that's what I'm saying with the Martin Luther King, like he didn't even die that long ago. When did Rosa Parks die? That was late 90s.
No, she died in like 2000s.
That's what I'm saying. But they make it seem like it was like so long ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyways.
Back to the timeline.
1960s. Not a song. They're showing a song. Okay.
What's the song?
It's called You Don't Owe Me by Leslie Gore.
Oh.
The song was revolutionary
We'll link it.
The song was revolutionary during the 60s, and it shows that the start of changing attitudes. Okay. So clearly the 60s were really changed. So, here we go. The first birth control pill Inovid, approved by the FDA in 1960. Women had more choice about spacing out their pregnancies. They could put more attention towards jobs without being tied down by children. Interesting. Okay.
Cheers to that.
Okay. 1963, the Equal Pay Act only applied to men and women working in similar jobs. There were still jobs that women were barred from and jobs that men would not take. For example, men were not secretaries or cleaners, and the wages did not have to be raised. The fight is still ongoing today, but the first step was the result of women's voice. Wow. Okay.
I think it's so interesting. Just like back in those times, I feel like things were like when people like would protest and like think like you were actually like mildly heard, versus like now it's like if people protest,
right,
like nothing's
these are
happening.
big changes, low key. Like
Exactly.
this is like the right of women to vote. Like this equal pay act. Like, these are all big.
And it's just interesting how like the first like birth control pill came out, and like now they're trying to make it.
Let's not even talk about how we're literally regressing.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, now they're trying to make it like so hard to get it. Yeah,
I don't know if we should have done this timeline because it's stressing me out.
Yeah,
it's looking like we're going backwards. Biden, what's happening?
Okay, 1970s. The feminist movement contributed to the spike in divorce rates. Women already in marriages sought equality with their partners, and if they didn't receive it, they left. Shout out to them.
That's right. And
Finally.
one thing that we gonna do, we gonna stand on that. We gonna stand on that. See you on the flip side, and I'm taking my kids with me.
Yeah, so additionally, having close to the equal pay as men and having access to high-paying jobs gave women a stronger sense of economic independence. Furthermore, the eradication of social stigmas around the topics like abortion, sex, and divorce marked as a new social transition in the U.S., defined by confusion, conflict, and reflection.
That was the 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah, 70s was a wild
70s
time,
was
boy.
wow. I would love to just go back just for like a week and just see.
Facts.
70s was crazy.
Fly on the wall. Because I feel like so many things happened in the 70s. That's when like real change was like
real
happening.
change. People were actually woke up. And like, okay.
It's that World War, man. Nah, I'm playing.
Okay. California was the first state to introduce a no-fault divorce in 1970. Can't believe this is only 1970. But no. Incompatibility could be used as a reason for a divorce. Before this point, there had been no evidence of abuse or adultery for divorce to be granted. People didn't have to stick with someone they didn't like for the rest of their life. I don't know why that wasn't just to begin with, but okay. Oh, and here's a little...
But that wasn't the standard.
Yeah. Oh, here's a little chart of like 144 years of marriage and divorce. Okay, anyways, I'm not getting into data analytics right now.
You know, I love me some data. So we'll put it on the screen for you, and obviously this will be linked.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll just put the thing on the... Okay. Divorce rates peaked at the end of the 70s and plateaued for a while in the 80s before slowly decreasing. At the same time, the marriage rate began to decrease alongside the divorce rate very similarly. This shows that the social transition, which began in the 70s, in which women were able to become equal breadwinners for their family with their husbands, had started to become the social norm and became less of a cause for disagreement or divorce between spouses. At the same time, though, unmarried women began to feel less inclined to get married with the ability to dedicate themselves to a successful career.
Okay, now.
Makes sense.
It adds up. I saw this thing. And it was like, it's like all these black women that are like getting all these awards right now. Yeah. Like none of them are married. None of them like either they might have like kids, but they might not. And they're like, see, they're glowing. They're like, and they're like 50s and then 60s, you know, just glowing.
Yeah.
Like getting everything that they want. And they're like, I'm fine.
And it's usually when they leave like a toxic marriage, which is, and they're like, this is to say, like, I hate how we have to give a disclaimer, but there are obviously really good marriages and like not, we're not anti-marriage at all. I don't think.
I've grown up seeing a
great
bunch of marriages
I've
flourish.
seen great relationships, marriges,
like healthy relationships,
obviously
healthy
we've
marriages.
Seen bad ones too.
Exactly.
But like there's been enough.
Within my family, it's all majority of them are very healthy, and I've seen healthy relationships flourish, and obviously I do want to get married one day. That's
right,
just
yeah,
like a
me
personal
too.
thing.
I think it's,
but I mean, I'm not necessarily in a rush, and that's not just like all that I'm here for is to be married to a man.
I think we're looking at it less of, obviously, well, most people
It's an
now,
addition.
It's an addition. It's for like the feelings it brings you rather than the transactional, like,
exactly.
I like for finances. Like, I feels like
I don't need to get married, but I would like to. That would be an addition.
Yeah, same.
Who trying to put a ring on?
Okay, the 1990s. So the female to male ratio of annual earnings of full year workers increased from 60.2% in 1980 to 72.2% in 1999. Additionally, the constant increasing number of women working in full-time in the workplace continues to explain the trend of the falling marriage rate as in the previous decade, as many women chose their careers as their primary goal. Okay, that's interesting. I do want to touch on that point after.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So then it just continues to increase, like, women cohabiting without marriage. I think they're just talking about, okay. So just because marriage rate was falling, it didn't mean that the majority of women weren't choosing, like, a solitary lifestyle. So people were still in relationships. In fact, the percentage of women choosing to cohabit with a partner had steadily increased in the 80s through 2010. This shows that women were becoming more able to fit in a romantic relationship alongside their careers to have a balanced lifestyle, but that many women still considered marriage to be too much of a commitment. Interesting. So it's not just women, we're single. It's more just looking at it like
marriage. We
can be together.
Yeah, but we don't have to be married.
We don't need to be married. Because obviously there's, Let's jump to 2017. God, okay. This is
y'all want some data? Current y'all want some data? We got you.
With the trend of declining marriages, it is truly unfortunate that women continue to receive unequal pay today when they work just as hard as men. So obviously, everyone knows the unequal pay thing is still a thing. I think it's improving. At least that's what they say. But yeah,
it depends on what type of woman you are. Are you white? Are you black? Are you Hispanic? Like
that's what they were saying. They were like, the sense is. I'm not even going to pull up that statistic of how much, but okay, I'll just quickly read this. In 2015, female full-time year-round workers made only 80 cents for every dollar earned by men, a gender wage gap of 20%. Women on average earn less than men in nearly every single occupation for which there's sufficient earning data for both men and women to calculate the earning ratio. And that was in 2015. So that's kind of the end of the eras. But yeah, so clearly,
and now we're here. Present day.
So I guess, like, what are your kind of, what are your kind of takes on that? Like, first, what is your view on, like, marriage in general? Not relationship per se, but like just the idea of marriage, like, and what society kind of values it as, or what do you see it as?
I see it more as a commitment to the other person more than anything else.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's just it's a true legally bound commitment. Now a lot of people are like, oh well, why does it have to be like legal? Why do we have to get the government involved? Like, why does it have to be legal? Like that doesn't prove that I love you anymore or anything like that. But just to me, I mean, I think it means a lot to me because my parents are married, like my aunties, my uncle, like I've grown up around healthy marriages and I don't see any negative consequences as to getting married versus like a relationship, like versus getting married versus not getting married. Right. You know, like they're in the relationship. I only see people like relationships thrive. Right. At least in my family. Yeah. You know, it just gets better. So yeah, I don't see it as anything like, oh, you know, why do we have to get through law involved? I think that's so stupid.
When that was like the opposite. Yeah. I feel like people are like, yeah, like we don't need to get, which I do if that's their point of view. Like I think.
Yeah, I get it, but also it's like, I mean, I think that just shows like a real commitment. Like, your things are my things now. Like there's like just
it's a lifelong commitment. I feel like it's like another commitment. Step. Yeah,
exactly. And I see it as that, not like how it used to be like back in the day. Like
right, that you're doing it for financial, that you need the support.
Exactly. I just think it would just. I don't know. Like I've always wanted to be married, and I think it also depends on in your life how you've seen marriages maybe fall apart in your life, or see like the negative side, like the bad sides of like certain marriages or something. But I don't know, I've just it seems nice. Obviously I know marriage isn't like,
it's not easy,
the you know, like
the end all be all.
It makes like a relationship like, you know, even better, like it's gonna fix any issues that you have within your relationship to begin with. But I don't know, I think that's definitely like an end goal,
right? Yeah,
you know,
because I think and I think this is just apart from like wanting to just be, because I feel like most people desire to, you know, feel that connection with somebody. Obviously, exactly. Like you want that, I want that, like it's not like we're against it. And I think it's also because we view marriage in a different light. Exactly. And that's why I also like how people are changing like the traditions behind marriage. Like they're not making it like, oh, you have to have like I love when like the bridesmaids are like your group of people, like it's like mixed of like genders, or you don't do specific traditions, like not all white.
Exactly.
It just, I don't know, I really like how they're kind of changing it to more celebrate love, because that's what I think it should be, not like this is a ceremony that we're like kind of giving you away. I hate that idea. Yeah. That like you're being given away. It's just like, you're celebrating. It's just a next step you're taking.
And when you think about it, like you're really not like giving them away.
Right.
Like if anything, your families just mesh together
right.
more.
I think it just brings, like, that's how it should look at. You should bring it closer together.
Exactly.
Like now we're all family.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So, and I don't know, maybe that's like, cause I was recently like in my brother's wedding.
Right.
And that's how it felt to me. Like it just felt
brought you closer.
Yeah. It brought everyone. I mean, we were all pretty close, but it was just like, oh, you know, like I know like my sister-in-law's like side of the family, like even more like than I did before. And like now like we're really all family, like now I've met you, and like like we're cool and all that stuff. So I just think it's more of just a celebration, and every wedding that I've been to has just been like so lit. Like I love weddings.
That's what I say. I just love the celebration. Like I just
love,
feel like it's
especially
so
like when it's a relationship, like or two people. Oh my god! Like I was crying the whole. My brothers.
I was sad. I was emotional too. I was like,
and it's like not even tears of like sadness or anything.
It's happiness.
Like I'm just I was just so like happy and overjoyed, because they really both like deserve each other, and like they're really perfect for each other.
Right.
So it's just like everyone was there. Everyone was dancing, just a celebration of love. Like that's what I think marriage should be. Is just like everyone coming together and celebrating a healthy relationship.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree with that, and that's why I think it's different now, like how we look at it. But I do see why in the past, like what's it called, like the relationships kind of like, I mean, marriage rates decreasing, and they still, like in a way they still are.
Exactly. But I think it's because people would rush into marriages, you know, and not wait till they're actually ready. Yeah. Too, because back then a lot of people were getting married very young as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? And didn't have that much life that they lived, you know, prior to marriage, to see even what they like to do, you know, learn more about themselves, how they want to be loved. Like these are all things that I feel like now a lot of people are taking into consideration, you know, like figuring out love languages. Like I don't think love languages was really being talked about in the 70s like that.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Or the 50s.
Right. Or actually like dating to see what you like.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I feel like it was more like in the past, women felt like they had to, you know, pick somebody, and that was it.
That was it.
And they might not even like that person.
Exactly.
Like they just like, oh, because I feel like I have to. It's like it's the only thing that gives me value.
Like, or like I think this is the lifestyle I want to live.
Right.
You know, so
or like they just didn't want to be single, like the fear of being by themselves because of how society made them look. Yeah. So, but yeah, with that kind of like fear of being single and stuff, like I kind of want to bring it back to modern day society of like what I mentioned before, is how I still feel like society places like this pressure on mostly women. I feel like men in some aspects, but mainly women. I feel like if you're single, like being in a relationship is like not like it defines your worth, but like it almost puts you above somebody who's single in a way. Like it's weird.
Or they like question like, oh, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you single?
Yeah, why are you single? Or like, oh, why are you in a relationship? Exactly. Why aren't you married yet? Why don't you have like all these things? Like, and it's sad that I feel like we're still kind of stuck in that mindset. Like, obviously it's not the same way we look at marriage, but like it's still subconsciously there. Yeah. And people are still bringing it up that like, not that they treat single people horribly. Like that's not the idea, but it's still kind of something they bring it up, and it kind of makes you question your own value and like your own. It's like, why? Like, is there something wrong with you? When obviously there's not, but like they constantly bring it up. So yeah, but like with that, obviously, like there's the common thing of like family bringing up, like at family, like like Thanksgivings, or like at least in like Hispanic culture, they're like, oh, y el novio, like where it's like, oh, who are you bringing? Like what, you know what? I don't know if that happens that like.
Yeah, I mean that happens sometimes. Not.
It doesn't really happen that I will say my family, but I've heard of it.
Yeah. That's a common thing though. Like when you go to like, I mean, not really my family. My grandpa has asked me multiple times, but he really wants a great grandchild. Okay, that's really what it is. And I said, Grandpa, you got other ones. You got other grandkids that could act, that are actually close to that stuff. Not me. So just, I'm not the one to ask for that. But yeah, I mean that happens. But for me, like my parents definitely don't really like care that much. Mine and don't. I think my mom is very like, you know, like she wanted me to get my go to college, all this stuff, sure. Like, and that's always, honestly, in my family, it's always been that way. More important, especially like my one auntie, like she would always say like books before boys, like she would always say that to me, and I would roll. And I mean, that's what I was in, like education was really like the main focus in my family. Same. Like you're gonna graduate high school and you're gonna go to college. Oh yeah, no, that was the main point. And like I technically wasn't allowed to date till I was 16, but I wasn't really dating nobody anyway, because nobody was catching you, girl, like that. But no one was catching my eye like that. But yeah, that was really like what was ingrained in me then. And like now that I'm a little older and like, you know, I did get the degrees and stuff like that, then now it's like, like you're not talking to anyone, like at all. Yeah, now it's like, you know, and I'm like, no, not worth mentioning. Not anyone that's worth mentioning. And I think that's also us too. Like we don't like to bring up people unless like it's serious, like to our family. I agree. Yeah, and I just think that's just because my family is a very important part of my life, and I don't want to just be bringing around random dudes all the time. Like that's not
right. And there's not many people who do that, but like, I just think we hold like very high value with who we're introducing to our family. Exactly. And that's just out of respect to both people. You know, but
that is a common thing, like at the Thanksgivings. Like,
they're like, where's the boy? I'm like, I mean, it's happened to me a few times, like with some, like, but it's not like crazy, but still it's like, like, because obviously my brother's like in a serious, and your brother's married, like they're in serious relationships and they're always talking.
Like, you're next?
Yeah, like, oh, what about you? And it's like,
no,
not like just at the moment. But yeah, so I think, hold on, I have to cut this out because I gotta figure out what the next point is.
I'm crying. I had a point and I can't remember it.
Oh,
let me think on it.
Oh, okay, maybe it'll come up.
Just go.
Okay. Okay, so I guess kind of with that, I wanted to talk about like how I feel like this subconsciously puts pressure on people to get into relationships, and I think it causes people to get into like bad relationships sometimes, because I feel like I know a lot of people, or like I've seen a lot of people be like, I just need a boyfriend, you know what I mean, like I just want somebody, and that might be stem from a lot of different things, you know what I mean, like, and there's no hate to this, like if that's just what you want to live, that's fine, but I just feel like it's not really, I don't know, I just don't feel like it gives people like the freedom to, you know, figure out like who they actually want to be with sometimes. Like obviously some people do, but I just think like some people just feel a lot of pressure that they need, especially when you reach, like, I think we're lucky because like we're like, you're 24, I'm 25, like I don't really feel like, obviously if something comes along, like we're both open to it, you know what I mean, like we're in the date, we're open, we're open, but like I'm not saying that we're not like completely like, no, we're not, no, but I'm just saying like I feel almost like bad for women who are like in their 30s and 40s and maybe they just got out of a serious relationship, like
they feel pressure,
like those women, like the pressure that society puts on them, that they feel like they can't even take a break just to enjoy being single, like they feel like they have to immediately go right back out there
because the biological clock is ticking
That is also, I agree, that
Which
that
also
is, that is
sucks
true.
because
That
it's
does
like-
suck, and it's very expensive to freeze your eggs.
Exactly.
So it's not, but it does. It's sad. Like I just feel like it puts these like I honestly, in my sense, I don't really feel much pressure. Like I'm 25. Like
I feel
when
zero.
the right person like comes along, like I'm gonna. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
everything's
same with
gonna be
you.
fine.
It's gonna be fine.
Exactly.
Like I don't feel the need. Oh my god! Like I'm scared. I would feel if I was like in my 30s, maybe it'd be a little bit different. Like I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, it would be different.
I would be a little bit like, shoot.
Exactly.
Like,
What's going on? Big man upstairs.
What's happening?
Where's he coming? Like, where is he at? Wear glasses.
No, really. Oh my god, that wasn't meant to be that funny. But it's true. Like, I think we're both very just like, I don't know. Like I said, if this was a different age for us,
Yeah, then it would be a different
which it
story.
shouldn't feel like that anyways.
But I think because like biologically as well, like
because
that's
we both
that
want to
pressure
have
too.
kids too. So I think
Yeah, I
it's
want
like,
like 80 kids.
yeah, she wants 8. I want like 2, maybe 3. But
I'm not popping them all out though. I want to adopt a couple. They need homes too.
But yeah, but
yeah.
the biological clock thing, I agree with that one. That one's
Because like,
different.
would it be different if it was like men, like like switch? Like, would men have the pressure on them?
That's what I'm wondering, because like I don't see the obviously like I'm not saying this is just a solely woman experience. In some ways, it is because of the worth aspect, but like obviously men get grilled too. Like, oh, where's the girlfriend? Like, you're
Exactly.
still single. Like,
Yeah.
it does happen both ways. I don't know to the same extent,
Yeah.
but I think in general, women like the pressure. Like, and also I'm thinking like if you already had kids, you got divorced.
Yeah.
That too, like the self-worth issues that like people pose on these type of women, that they're like not worthy enough, they're not married, they're a single mother, all these
Yeah.
things. Like, it's sad, you know what I mean? Because like we said, there's so many other things that like just existing as a woman should be enough value, because the things
Literally.
that women have to do is a lot.
Until y'all bleed once a month.
Until y'all have to pop out a kid. Yeah. Or
Okay.
just in general, I don't know. I just think like, I don't know. I wish they would kind of just remove this pressure from women, especially women like in their childbearing years
Yeah.
in general, because your timing is going to be okay. Like, just trust the time. We always say that, trust the timing of your life. And like, not everyone's timing is the same. Not everyone needs to be married by 28, have kids by 30.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not everyone's goal. And think about also people who have long careers. Like, I'm thinking doctors,
That's
lawyers.
what I'm saying. Like, if they like doctors, like they're basically just getting out of med school at 28.
Sometimes 30. Well, if you do like the residency thing.
Yeah, I'm saying
But-
residency after that, so
Yeah.
30 plus. Like, child, I'm sure that's a lot of
one's-
pressure.
Yeah, that
too.
is a lot. And if you're single, like, and it's like, oh shoot. Like, I mean, some people like get married during that,
Yeah,
obviously, but some
exactly.
people like don't even have time to date. Like, if I went into med school like single, I wouldn't be. I don't think I'd be dating the way they don't have time.
I
They're-
would've
the
dated.
residency, like,
Are you gonna help me with my homework or no?
like open, like that's just a lot, and like for them to leave and like, I don't know, it's just a lot. I'm just glad, I don't really feel the pressure to like, I think the timing and the right person is all that really matters.
And I think that's just a concept that people just need to grasp also. It's like the timing. Like, not everything is gonna go the way. I mean, when I was younger, I thought I'd be married by 25.
Me too.
Girl,
I thought I would have already been married probably. Well, I don't know,
Again.
at 25. I thought
I thought at least
maybe like
dating 25.
married 27. No.
Yeah, married 27.
Well, that's the other thing.
Couple
that,
kids by 30.
well, that's, I think, like when we're younger, we create, even maybe when I was 16, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
17, I'd be like, oh, like I'll probably be like, because we have these ideal timelines, which again, kind of focus around like childbearing years, and like
Yeah.
sometimes women don't want to have kids too late.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. I think single in a relationship, married, like it's okay. Like we're all the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna like, I don't know. I just hope people in 2023 we're not bringing up that question. Oh, why are you single?
Yeah.
Why aren't you
ask
married?
The guys. Ask the guys. It's not me.
They
not
do
saying I'm
get asked
perfect.
sometimes though. Some guys do get asked.
Yeah, they do.
But
But I think with our generation, like we definitely like won't be asking our kids that. You know what I
won't
mean?
be asking my kids, why aren't you in a
I think that's gonna like that question, like all that stuff is kind of like
yeah, or
that
like the family, or if I see somebody asking my kid that, I would be like, what are you? Let them live their life. Like let them.
Like if they don't want to be married right now, they don't want to.
Yeah, or it gets to the point too that like I feel like some people try to start just like setting you up with some like they almost try like, what about that one?
Yeah.
What about that? Like it's okay, especially for
facts.
women like in their I feel like 30s, 40s, they're like picking out like there's this one single guy I know like I think
at work,
and the only similarity you guys have is you're both divorced.
Yeah,
like,
literally
like,
both divorced in the same year.
Oh
or something.
God,
like,
I can't imagine being. I really genuinely do feel for like I don't know what they're going through, but I feel bad that they have to like because that must be annoying. Honestly, people are constantly trying to project this person onto you. Like
yeah,
I don't know. Anyways,
God's will, that ain't gonna be us.
Yeah,
because I don't need that. Pressure.
Honestly,
that's gonna piss me off.
I don't need that. Oh, God, I don't need that pressure at all. Don't pressure me.
Which I don't even get pressure like that. But I mean, granted, we're young.
Well,
so
we're young.
I don't feel like the pressure.
I feel like
the pressure
before, though.
I feel like the pressure builds after 30, though, for sure.
Oh yeah, I think once you hit like 28, we're talking about honestly.
Like, yeah, we're talking about we're not being pressured. Yeah, because we're 25 and we had a couple years, according to society's timeline. But once them years pass by, once it hits like 30, I'm sure people gonna try to hook me up with somebody.
Yeah, they're kind of.
Don't do that. Just talking to your future self.
I have nothing against matchmaking. I think if you genuinely considered, I really think this person is compatible with this person.
Exactly.
Like if I saw someone I genuinely thought like we've never made anyone for ourselves because we know and we have not encountered the person, or else you'd probably already be in a relationship.
Yeah, facts.
Like if I actually found like the person I think Ashley would be compatible with, but like,
bitch, I'm waiting. Find me somebody. I'm picky though, so I'm just trying.
Yeah, she is a lot picky. I mean, we both have our own standards, I think, but
I also am just stubborn.
Well, you're not in like I'm
not in my dating era. I'm not fully in my dating era. I got a business to run. I got a baby.
she's those women focusing on her career.
Yeah, I'm the one that's focusing on the career, but
which is true. I think there are things that like obviously your career should be important, but I actually quick point, sorry, we keep jumping back. You know how they were saying like women where like they started to really focus on their careers rather than relationships? I think that also came to like now it's kind of we're seeing the negative effects of that because a lot of women are like working crazy hours and like stressed, and that also goes because we have to work a lot harder to reach what a man's like what 100%. They value a man as, you know what I mean? So I think
and then some,
and yeah, exactly. So I feel like that also is negative because I'm not like, I don't know, like my job, like I like my job, I want to be fulfilled by my career, but like I think I would prefer to be in put effort into a happy relationship and work on my career.
Exactly.
I don't want to pick one or the other.
Sure.
Like exactly. I don't think
I'm not picking one or the other. It's gonna be both.
So. Exactly. Yeah. Like I think. Yeah. Anyways, I think that was mainly all the points I wanted to. Yeah, I guess the final point is like being in a relationship shouldn't really define your worth, which obviously we knew that, but I think it just need to be reiterated going into Women's History Month because
facts. We bring a lot to the table, just in general.
Yeah, and I think and like women in general, like it also happens like when people are in relationships or marriages, like they kind of get overshadowed by their marriage rather than what they actually are as a person.
Exactly.
You know, so I think in general, like. Yes, it's very important. Like a relationship and who you're with, like that is a very important part of your life because it brings you happiness. But there's so many other places where you can also find happiness, fulfillment. Like, I don't know.
Exactly. Like we like singing.
You like this podcast?
This podcast.
Exactly.
My business. Fulfillment.
Friends. That is with the Gen Z heart. Weak. Anyways, all right, that's kind of a wrap for that topic. We just wanted to touch on it.
We wanted to kick off Women's History Month right.
Yeah.
Relationships don't define you.
Exactly.
Your character defines you.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah.
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
Let me drop
the mic real quick.
But yeah, that is true. And that goes to show, obviously, like, that can be said with career, too. Like, your career doesn't define you as a person either. Like, you can have all these accolades and things, but it's who you are as a person.
Exactly. Your character.
But,
so be a good person.
Be a good person. And stop putting well, I feel like most people listening to this are not doing that. But in general, for just the society, don't put pressure on people.
Facts.
Please.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
You're done.
Especially women past 30. Like, they already know. They already
facts.
know.
Like,
you don't need to remind them.
Yeah, like you acting like they don't know.
They don't know.
That
Like,
they're past 30. They know what time it is. Like, come on, bro. I hate when that's so messed up.
Yeah, oh, God. I'd be pissed.
I'd be pissed.
I'd be hot. Oh, anyways. All right. Well, happy International Women's Day. Happy Women's History Month. We have more of these topics coming.
We should have wore a little hat and had a little,
yeah.
I'll put some sound effects or something.
We'll put a sound effect. But yeah, should we jump into a put you on segment?
Yes. My phone's
I'm getting my music ready. So the first thing I want to cover is, of course, Women's History Month. My girl Karol G. I'm sorry. You haven't listened to her album?
I haven't listened to her album. I saw that one song that
With
she did with
Shakira.
Shakira. The video. I was like, it's giving Beautiful Liar.
It is.
But like,
it was giving. I'm like, what is this reminding me?
Yeah,
of?
it was giving 100% Beautiful Liar. I love it.
The two of them collabing, they ate.
I don't even know what they're saying. I should put the captions on, but
yeah, it's basically kind of like a diss.
I figured
shout out
from
to
the video.
Yeah. Oh God. So the album Mañana Será Bonito. Oh, such a good. I don't even know what I was expecting from Karol G's album. Like, I'm not like a diehard Karol. I love Karol G, but she's not like probably my top 5, I'd say. But like, this album was really, really good. Like, if people were comparing it to like when they listened to like Un Verano Sin Ti by Bad Bunny, like a similar feeling of like, wow, like every.
Oh, I'm gonna have to give it a listen.
Story. I thought it was really, really good.
I'm gonna have to put the English lyrics on them.
Yeah, put the English.
Figure out what she's saying.
I think she's. I love the first song, like Mientras me curo del cora. Like, I love that song. It's kind of giving like she plays with like a banjo. I think.
It's cute.
It's cute. It's like it's basically saying like while I'm like healing my heart and stuff. It's giving very like much healed vibes. Like,
I love that. Good for her.
So that one, I mentioned this one last week. The one with Romeo Santos. Like, I think it's already on the playlist. And then I really like the TQG song on it. That's one with Shakira. Tus Gafitas. That song, low-key, there's like not tea, but like I'm telling you, everyone with Karol G, you know that other Colombian artist I like, Fade?
Yeah.
We all think they're together, but like there's like everyone trying to put clues together. We think this song is a clue that they're together because he always wears sunglasses, and like Tus Gafitas means like your shades, and like she keeps wearing like green, which is like his color. I don't know. We're all like Nancy Drew over here trying to put this together.
Not Nancy Drew.
But yeah, so those are probably like my favorite. There's obviously a lot, but the whole album in general, really like it and love Karol. And then the other song, that A$AP Ferg song I was telling you about, the dreams, fairy tales, and fantasies. I keep seeing it also pop up on my TikTok.
I'm done.
It's like songs you forgot about. And like that one. But yeah,
I never forgot about that song.
It's a great song. Brent Faiyaz.
Now that's a concert I need to go to.
Yeah, he's so
he has
good.
bops.
He's really good.
Toxic, but bops.
And then the last song is the Don Toliver and Justin Bieber song. You were gonna say it?
Yeah, Private Landing.
Private Landing. Yeah, really great song.
Yeah, Jaquavius.
He's back.
Bieber came back real quick on Private Landing. Love it. Sounds beautiful. He carried the whole song. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Don't really need Future on it, but whatever.
Yeah, I agree. He did carry like his verse was fire.
Anyway, so that's one song. Larry June. Love me some Larry June. Obviously, you guys know that. 60 Days with The Alchemist. Fire song. They also did another song. They dropped one. It's called 89 Earthquake. Fuego. And they're coming out with a joint album. I don't know when it's coming out, but anything Larry June, I'm listening. That's 2023. I have to see Larry June. Like, there's no if ands or buts. Like, for real, I love him.
Is he going to Coachella? I think
he is.
I think he's performing there. Yeah,
or like Rolling Loud, something. He's doing a lot of festivals,
which makes sense because he's kind of up and coming.
Yeah.
So this is your time to see him.
I know, when the prices is right. Low,
yeah, and you can get front row because not many people like follow him.
Yeah, I love him. So those are two songs. Deep Thought by Dom Kennedy. I went back to that album from the West Side with Love 3. Great song. Pure Love Me Give Gyal by Vybz Kartel is just, I love that song. I don't know, I told y'all, I think last episode, I'm in my Vybz Kartel bag. I'm not kidding. It's probably gonna take me like 10 years to get to like catch up to 2023. And then by that time in 2033, it's gonna take me another 10 years. So I'm like so far behind, man. He has so many. Let me just look it up. I could always crop this out. Like, the amount of music this guy has is insane. And it's not even gonna tell me, like,
oh Jesus, oh my gosh,
like,
I've never seen someone with that much music,
bruh.
Oh my gosh, these are all albums?
Yeah, some of them are albums, some of them are
oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Too. But yeah, this isn't even like all of it because probably. I don't even think they have like stuff from like before.
Yeah,
I think the furthest this goes back is like 2017. But yeah, so that, and then let me see what else. I've just been really in my Drake bag. I don't know what's. I've been listening to Drake non-stop recently. I've been listening to Her Loss a lot, which is
the album.
Yeah, that's a great album. Treacherous Twins is literally like, I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, oh my god, like that has to be me and Natar's theme song. Like the lyrics, I'm like, Drake, now you making a little theme song for us. Like, come on now. So that's a good song. Hours in Silence, like when he slows it down, like at like the second half of the song.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like Jumbo Shit Poppin' though, slept on. I feel maybe I'm late, but I think that's just a great song. I wish it wasn't as short as it is. They dropped the music video for Spin About You last week.
Oh, I saw.
And they had like the main character was like a plus size model.
Oh, that's cool.
So that was cool. I respect that. Okay. Interesting video. And then I was watching the music video for
I don't think I've seen it.
Falling Back, where he's like marrying like 25 girls.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh yeah, it's such an interesting video.
Is it good?
Yeah, I like music videos. You know, I'm a visual person. But that's also, honestly, never mind. I say this all the time. It's so like underrated. I don't understand. Like, that's a really good album. I love that album.
I do.
Text Go Green. Are you stupid?
I feel Overdrive? Like that album is just kind of like a feel good, like I guess summer vibe.
It's a summer vibe. It's definitely like, a summer vibe.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of what's that one album that 2016?
Who of Drake? Oh, More Life. That one?
Yeah, that one. It kind of, in a way, like the summer theme, energy, like good vibes. I don't know. I
think it's because he dropped More Life in the summer.
Okay,
too. I remember that. Because 2016, I was bumping that More Life. Because that wasn't even like an album. That was like a mixtape type thing. Yeah. But I'm sure there's more songs that I completely forget about.
Week. We'll make some next week because
But anyways, any shows?
There's a lot of new shows that I've dropped.
I know.
On Netflix. So I'm watching season 3 of Outer Banks. Is your dad watching it?
He was hyped when he saw it.
We're gonna have to. Me and Ashley's dad watch like the same shows. It's actually hilarious.
It's actually hilarious. I was like, he's like, oh, Outer Banks. He's like scrolling. I'm like, it says new season. He's like, what? And he goes back. He's like, oh, I'm gonna have to start this. I'm like,
yeah, I'm excited to watch. Yeah, I'm watching that. There's a few others on Netflix I think I'm gonna start. But yeah, I've kind of been in like a weird no show vibe lately. You're not watching anything?
90 Day. They have this new one. It's like 90 Day the other way. It's like with new couples. I can't get into it, man. Okay. It's hurting me. And you know what it is? I think I'm just, the last season of 90 Day it was just too much. Like too much was happening. I'm like, all right, like you all are dumb. Like you need to leave.
I think that's what's happening with like reality, like TV,
yeah, like
love
I don't have the patience anymore to sit and watch a whole season of these two going back and forth. Like
when it's clearly time.
Yeah, like why are you in this I can't put my energy into it anymore. So like I've kind of like been on and off with 90 Day.
Wait,
the new season of Fresh Prince
Oh, is it dropping?
It came out.
I hate how
It
that's
already is out.
I hate how it's on, what is it? Peacock. I
Peacock.
literally just canceled my Peacock.
You're going to be pissed because you need it. You need the account.
All right, we'll see.
It's not like they'll let you watch the first episode. Season 1 though.
They're so
Free.
annoying for that. I can't see. Wait,
Yeah.
you know what show I was gonna bring up briefly? Have you seen the new like Perfect Match show on Netflix?
I've been hearing about it on
I
TikTok.
feel like TikTok spoiled the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not even gonna watch
I'm
it
not
now.
gonna watch it.
I'm not watching it. They're like, I guess none of the couples are together. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Damn. Now you ruined it for that.
Sorry, we might have to cut that. Spoiler. Plug your ears if you're listening.
If you're watching Perfect Match.
Perfect Match. But yeah, I
No
guess
one stays together.
Well, that's what they're like. Apparently, none of the couple. I saw that on Twitter or something, and I've seen so much about the show. I didn't even like think about watching the show, and now I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not even
Well,
going
the
to.
thing is, I heard about it in January, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's dropping around Valentine's Day." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. Like that'll
Me
give
too.
me
I was
something to
kind of
watch."
hype, and then now
And
they
then
ruined
now-
it.
yeah.
But you don't watch it the day it dropped.
Yeah, you're done.
And like the contestants on the show are also posting live TikToks and reactions. So I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, so
what am I can't even give me a week to watch it.
Facts.
Like it's a
Nah.
Netflix show. It's not like it's like HBO,
Facts.
Euphoria, drops.
yeah.
No.
Oh God. That's
yeah.
the next one, Euphoria, when that comes back. I don't even know if I'm gonna be into Euphoria by the time it comes back next year.
Yeah, I might give it a watch.
Did you hear Zendaya's getting paid $1 million an episode?
As she should, honestly. She
Period.
holds that whole the acting she does in that show.
Yeah, she does.
Everyone's like she shouldn't. I'm like, she's the only reason that show was. If she left, that show wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah. Because look, there's a lot of people
People
that
are leaving. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Anyways,
know. Yeah.
that's about it for my Put You On segment. I'm sure I'll have more next week.
Yeah, we've been busy,
Maybe we'll
girls.
highlight some women-owned businesses. I think.
Ooh. Yeah, we did do that last year
Well,
too.
Ashley's will be the feature of this week.
Mine will be the feature of this month, girl.
Oh yeah, it's a feature
We
every
gotta-
month.
Yeah.
But in
Feature of
general,
this year.
yeah.
Feature of this decade.
Feature of the decade. I'm
The
trying to think
century.
of any other ones. We're gonna post maybe something on Instagram.
Yeah.
And we'll come with prep ones next week.
Facts.
But yeah, anyways, all right, with that, we hope everyone has a great rest of their week, great Monday, great whatever. And yeah,
Show love to the women in your life.
show love. Show
We're
love to the pod, women owned business.
Exactly. Come on now. Share the pod with some of your favorite women in your life.
Yeah, share the pod. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok.
We growing on Instagram now. Ooh.
Yeah. TikTok's our next. TikTok's hard.
TikTok.
Anyway, we won't get.
We're going to look into the algorithm.
Yeah. We won't. Anyways, all right. Well, with that, thank you guys for listening. Make sure to check us out on all the platforms below, and we'll catch you next week.
Bye,
Bye, guys.
y'all.